Towards the midway point of the season, isn't it amazing how fast this season can go by? You and I look at each other and say, wow, can't believe we're already here.
Well, you know, Kevin, I think it's a function of us getting older, if you will. They say time seems to move faster the older you get, but clearly it's the same for the players as far as how fast the season goes. Opening night happens, and then before you know it, the All-Star game is coming up, and then you get to the backside of that, and it's usually all downhill to the playoffs and beyond.
Now Murray, after Lauri Markkanen misses from long range. Johnson surveying the floor. Jokic with the screen on Markkanen. Johnson's shot is off. Here's Mikhailuk, covered by Johnson. Nice ball movement by Utah with the fadeaway. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Last outing for Denver, they won that game against Orlando.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
They get the rebound, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Savvy, size, length, strength, touch. Jokic, a low down on the blocks.
Murray against George. Pass to Markkanen. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Murray against George. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Wide open shot is on the money.
What's really cool about Jokic is that he's just as effective working off the ball. He's ready to shoot when he catches it.
Pass to Markkanen. Off target from three-point range.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
This has truly been a special era, Clark, for this Nuggets franchise.
You know, it has been. There's no denying it. Over the last 5 years, they've held the second-best regular season record after the Celtics. Of course, the franchise got its first NBA title in 2023, thanks to the all-time greatness of Nikola Jokic.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Shot clock at 5. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. No good on the triple.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
Stolen by Markkanen. Here's Bailey. And that one drops.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Johnson. Back to Murray. Johnson finds Murray. No good that time. Excellent D there from George. Bailey passes to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
And uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
The Nuggets trail by 3. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Murray, good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
George passes to Markkanen. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Well, it's clear he's frustrated. Just needs to slow things down a touch and let the offense come to him.
Murray kicks to Johnson, and Jones has it in the corner. Back to Johnson. Watson for 3. On the rebound by Nurkic. And so George will bring it up for Utah. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
And that can drive guys absolutely crazy. I mean, they know they're better free throw shooters than that, but just did not get it done from the line.
Here's Murray after the made shot from Lauri Markkanen. Watson for 3. It's rebounded by Mikhailuk. Jazz have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And George kicks to Markkanen. Nurkic setting the pick for Markkanen. Over Watson. Markkanen missing again.
You know, his touch just has not been there tonight. You wonder how big their lead would be if he was hot.
And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Denver making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thank you. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home. Something that's more important than basketball. Back to you.
Some good perspective. Thanks so much, Allie, for the report.
That's just too easy. You got to offer more resistance. I mean, Hardaway Jr., very dangerous once he gets this type of position.
Utah's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. George passes to Markkanen. Here's Mikhailuk. Guarded by Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. Bailey misses.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
The Jazz trailing. And here's George. He's coming off a 34-point game against the Lakers.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
Now, here is George. Scoreless thus far. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
And nice touch inside. George can finish from all 3 levels.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Murray. From down in the low post, it goes. Murray's got 5.
Good concentration by Murray to score it inside.
George against Murray. Nurkic up top. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Both teams will make substitutions. And right there is the list of rookie assist leaders for the last 10 games. It's been all about team play for this group lately. And you look at Collier, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
Really starting to connect with his teammates. I mean, a really heads-up player for a rookie.
Outstanding ball handler. He's a pace setter as well, facilitates nicely. I could go on and on and on. This kid's incredible.
Now here's Brown. 11 points for him in that last game against Orlando. Hardaway for 3. And the rebound by Nurkic.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's George finishing it off.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to rattle.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam.
Strong interior move. Aggressive, assertive, and effective.
Wow. You know Valanciunas is in the zone when he's taking shots like that. You got to love the confidence.
Here's Sensabaugh. He had 15 points last outing. And Nurkic has it in the corner. Latrey, rebounded by Valanciunas. For Denver, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Corner jumper right in Hardaway's wheelhouse.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first. George in the post. Brown on him. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. So both teams changing it up here. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nuggets.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Pass to George. 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. The Jazz again can't hit it. For Denver, they've gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Murray finds Valanciunas. Back to Murray. Brown outside. Shoots over Collier. Brown, no good. Pass to Sensabaugh. To the inside. Love. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Jazz lead by 2. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Jazz leading by just 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Murray out there with Brown. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Hardaway. It's Najee in at the 4. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Now here's Murray. A 32-point game for him in the win against Orlando. It's Brown with the drive from deep. Najee, good. Najee's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for Denver.
Brown is a willing and able passer who typically makes the right play.
And in the summer of 2022, Greg, the Utah Jazz traded away their franchise cornerstones, Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell.
And that signaled the beginning of their rebuild, but they've overachieved for a couple of seasons now that ended last year when they really bottomed out.
Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Clark, I've got to say, you might have been one of the first true combo forwards. And that's not a rarity anymore.
No, it's common. It's actually 13 to a dozen now when you talk about the versatility of forwards in this league. At sizes going north of 6'8", ability to make threes and go rack to rack. You're not boxed into any one position nowadays. It's all about being a skilled, versatile basketball player regardless of your size. And I love it for the game and for the spectator.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And here's a look at some numbers for Lauri Markkanen.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
The first free throw is good. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, I'm told the Nuggets were excited to add veteran center Jonas Valanciunas. They really struggled last season to craft effective lineups when Nikola Jokic was out of the game. In JV, they have a capable scorer and playmaker who can steady the reserves.
He is a big factor. Shams, thank you very much for the report. And the Jazz with possession here. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Filipowski passes to Collier. Jacks up a 3. Hendricks can't get it to go. Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Murray. The rebound by Collier.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Hardaway, no good. For Utah, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Collier, a beautiful reverse layup. And the Jazz lead by 2.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Murray with it. He has 6. Hardaway with a wide open look. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Hardaway's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Here's Collier. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Lakers.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Denver's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. And it's Brown missing. A tight game here in Denver. Pass to Collier. There's the pick. Here's Hendricks. Launches a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy three-pointer.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. What a recent stretch it's been for these players. They're the NBA's leading scorers over the last 10 games. 5th, Jamal Murray.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
Pass to Watson, and it's Jokic in the corner. Shoots over Nurkic. The Nuggets with another miss.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Utah shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
They set the screen. Watson's shot is off.
Well, he won't miss many of those. Not when he gets a good look like that.
Down low. It's picked off. Here's Mikhailuk. He's covered by Murray. Pass to Nurkic. Over Watson. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Nuggets trail by 4. Well, Clark, we've all heard the stats on Nikola Jokic, but it doesn't tell the entire story, does it?
No, it doesn't tell the whole story, but it tells you a series of stories. I mean, Jokic is like the encyclopedia of basketball, Kevin. I mean, I just love watching him play. I mean, this guy does it his own way at his own pace, and his skill level is off the charts. His shot making is remarkable. His unorthodox way of doing what he does is a treat for all spectators of the game.
Here's Murray following the bucket by the Jazz. Six on the shot clock. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Jazz leading by 3. Here's Mikhailuk. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers. Here's Collier. He's covered by Murray. Mikhailuk can't get it to go.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Murray surveying the D. Pass to Hardaway. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got his third assist on the night.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
Brown is checked in for the Nuggets. And a switcher also for Utah. Keontae George, he's checked in for Collier.
Hardaway Jr. knows his role on this team, which is to provide scoring and leadership.
And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Hardaway finds Watson. Johnson, the pass to Watson. On the wing, Hardaway. The Nuggets with another miss. Bailey misses.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Pass to Watson. Brown against George. Hardaway for 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 6th rebound on the night. George passes to Bailey. And here is Markkanen. Now here's Nurkic. Pass to Mikhailuk. Markkanen kicks to George. The 3. Markkanen can't get it to go.
After knocking down 2 threes in the first quarter, he's been a non-factor from deep.
Johnson, the pass to Watson. Now Brown, defended by George. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And the Nuggets making a change here. Jones is checked in. Utah trailing here. Now George. 7 points in the game. Pass to Bailey. Back to George. Here's Mikhailuk. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Jones, the pass to Watson. Johnson outside. Pass to Jokic. Puts it up. That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2. And Nurkic has it in the corner. Trying his luck from deep. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Nurkic doesn't take a lot of bad shots, so when he decides to pull up off the dribble, you know he's feeling it.
Now, here's Brown. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Pass to Watson. And Watson slams it in.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
George passes to Bailey. Back to George. Shoots. It's hauled in by Watson. The Nuggets trail by 3. Johnson dishes to Brown. The Nuggets moving the ball around. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Clock at 6. Pass to Jokic. Inside is Jokic territory.
This is exactly how you should use Jokic in these situations. Feed that beast inside.
Here's Mikhailuk for the 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Jazz lead by 4. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. The second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Nice game. Great performance by Tim Hardaway Jr.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Getting underway here in the second half. Here's Will Hardy's 5. Lauri Markkanen is out there with Bailey. Then it's Keontae George. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Mikhailuk in at the 2. Now here's Markkanen. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Johnson kicks to Watson. Murray outside. Johnson outside. Here's Jokic. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Bailey, and it's in there. Bailey's got the lead up to 6 now for Utah.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Denver's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Outside, Jones. Jokic a screen. The rebound by the Jazz. Nurkic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Saturday, they'll be taking on Franz Wagner and the Orlando Magic. Then on Monday, they'll face off against Jamal Murray and the Denver Nuggets.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
And he can't hit the second. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. They trail by 7. Sinks the three-pointer. Murray's got 12.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
And George, here we go. Another miss by Utah. Nuggets have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Pass to Watson. From outside, off the mark.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
George with no one around. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 10.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. There's always a need for shot makers in the NBA, GA, and that's what Ace Bailey brings to the floor.
Yeah, Bailey has a smooth jumper with a high release point that allows him to shoot over just about any defender. And when you pair that with his physical tools, his upside is through the roof.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Murray. He's got 12. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Johnson finds Watson. Murray outside. Shot clock at 6. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Keontae George picks one up.
Yeah, you know, right there in that instance, you could see where Murray was able to take advantage of his size in that situation.
First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line.
And when healthy, Murray is a force to be reckoned with, because he can go get baskets against tough defense, and he can also make plays for others.
So a moment now to see the story on Yusuf Nurkic. Over the last month, getting it done. He's around 10 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. And you can't downplay the importance of good size off the bench.
Space invader, a big guy who simply holds his ground and makes opponents work around him. That's good stuff.
Now, here's Johnson. Still without a basket.
And he's been a force on the glass all game long.
Yeah, I love the way he's fighting through box outs, using his elbows. I mean, he's doing whatever it takes.
Markkanen finds George. Jazz passing it around. Pass to Nurkic. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. Another miss by Utah. On the wing, Jones. Jokic sets the screen for Jones. The shot from the low post is good.
Well, that's the goal of pick and roll. Get that separation you need.
Utah leading by 3. Pass to Nurkic. And here's George. Here's Nurkic. Jokic defending. 4 on the shot clock. 3-pointer, Markkanen. And it's Denver with the rebound.
I didn't care for his shot selection that time. He needs to let the game come to him a little bit. Just relax, take your time some.
From 15 feet away, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. And that's 12 points from Keontae George. Inside. And Johnson with the stuff.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
And, guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit, I can tell you that. Watch out. He can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Nuggets have gotten used to success. Nikola Jokic said, quote, winning is a lifestyle for us. It's really good when you're winning. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to play. Everybody is buying into the system. I was here when we were losing, so I do not want to go back to that. Guys, back to you.
They're sure good with him in the lineup. Okay, thank you, Allie. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Hardaway's checked in for Jones. And Utah with a change here, too. Kyle Filipowski's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Pass to Mykhailiuk. Back to George. Bailey with a wide-open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Bailey's got 9 points.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Over George. And he can't bank that one in. Jazz leading by 4. Over Watson. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after. To the paint. Oh, throw it down, Nikola Jokic.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
George passes to Nurkic. Over to the wing. Outside, George. They set the pick for 3. The shot that time, not on target.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Murray kicks to Hardaway. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Here are the top shooters from deep this month. These guys have been raining down threes lately. 5th, Jamal Murray.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Strother's checked in, and it's Bruce Brown in for Jamal Murray. And Utah with a change here, too. Hendricks is checked in. Pass to Bailey. Here's Mykhailiuk. Guarded by Hardaway. Here's Filipowski. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Now here's Brown. It's rebounded by Mykhailiuk. Pass to Bailey. A baseline J. Johnson with the rebound.
Trying to take what the defense allows, but he couldn't get it to go.
1:53 left to play here in the third. Hardaway for three. Utah with the rebound.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Now here's Brown. Pass to Jokic. We've got 1:18 left to play in the third. Jokic draws the double. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Johnson for three, and the three ball is good. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
George passes to Hendricks. There's 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Second shot opportunity. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot two free throws. It's going to be on Jokic.
Now, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Both teams deciding to change it up. He hits both from the stripe. 41 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Brown outside. Pass to Valanciunas. Here's Strother. Still yet to score. And it's Brown missing.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Here's Strother. 1 second left. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we've reached the end of the third. Jazz out in front, up 5. And we'll get going after this from Ball Arena.
Service dime right there, boy.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Brown out there with Jamal Murray. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Strother in at the 4. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Here's Collier. And good, he nails it. Collier's got the lead up to 7 now for the Jazz.
And, you know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure Coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Murray left side. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Murray's got 9 points now in just the second half. Jazz leading by 5. Here's Collier. Pass to Markkanen. Looking to get it going, and he makes that one.
And Markkanen is a low down inside close to the bucket. When he's got nice positioning, he's really comfortable inside.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Murray outside. Hardaway sets a screen for Murray. From downtown, in for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Pass to Sensabaugh. Unloads from 13. Again, the Jazz score.
You trust him and expect him to make those mid-range jumpers, especially against loose defense like that.
Now here's Valanciunas, defended by Filipowski. In the corner, Hardaway with it. And a miss there on the triple. Jazz leading by 6. Here's Sensabaugh. Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier. Here's Hendricks. Offline with his three.
Even though he hasn't found his groove tonight, his teammates are picking him up.
That one goes in.
Skill that's going in a variety of ways. I mean, give Hardaway Jr. these looks, and he's happy to oblige.
Jokic is checked in for the Nuggets. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Utah. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. In the huddle, he reminded them, quote, "This would be a huge statement if we can finish this off, but we have to stay focused until that final buzzer. It would be a big upset if they can hold on, guys."
All right, Allie, thanks. Sensabaugh, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Utah leading. Markkanen in the corner. To the middle. Jokic with the steal. Down low. Here's Brown. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. The Jazz have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Lets it go from deep. Collier. That's good. And the Jazz lead by 7.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Murray outside. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. The Nuggets with another miss. Jazz leading by 7. And stolen by Murray. Markkanen against Hardaway. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. Off the left rim and out. Jazz have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Pass to Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Jokic against Nurkic. And here's Brown outside.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Here's Collier. He's covered by Murray. Here's Strawther. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Boy, not surprised to see great passes from Jokic. I mean, that's one of his best attributes. In fact, you expect that kind of greatness from the multi-time MVP.
Jazz leading by 5. Pass to Sensabaugh. Takes a 3. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. And here's Brown outside. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic.
Finding the sweet spot in the corner. Brown was looking for that one.
Here's Collier. Pass to Markkanen. Filipowski with it. Here's Sensabaugh. Another miss by Utah.
He's having trouble getting anything to go right now.
Here's Strawther. He nails it, and we're tied up. Strawther's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Jokic is one of the best passing big men in the game. He has a great feel for when to dish the rock.
Utah's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Pass to Sensabaugh. Nice ball movement by Utah. 6 to shoot. Nurkic dishes to Markkanen. The Jazz with another miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Murray to take the lead. And the layup is good. Murray's got 23 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
The Jazz shooting around 41% on the night. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Sensabaugh. Here's Filipowski, up and in from the low block. Filipowski's got the game tied up here for Utah. Denver's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Right side, Jones. Six on the shot clock. Murray connects on the jam.
So far, only one miss out of 5 attempts. He has been laser focused here in the fourth.
For Utah, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Here's Mikhailuk. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's Markkanen. Pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
Accepting more of a leadership role over time. Markkanen not bashful at rising up to take huge shots.
Murray outside. Now Jokic. Showing the moves down low.
Easy to understand why they turn to Jokic in these situations. He has a knack for cashing in on big possession.
For Utah, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Now Bailey for 3. It's good. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Here's Jokic. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That is his first foul of the game. George against Murray. Johnson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 doesn't go. Utah leading. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter. Now Bailey. And here's George. Here's Bailey. From deep. Buries the deep ball.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Murray outside.
Murray is a guy who gets to the line a lot. He's a little more explosive than he appears, and he knows how to draw contact.
Gets the first, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. And so Murray nails both of them.
Important moment, a lot at stake, able to keep his composure and deliver. Love it.
Now here's Markkanen. He's covered by Watson. And Peyton Watson gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Markkanen looking it over. Now George. 5 to shoot. The 3 goes down.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And so David Adelman calls the timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul. And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And thanks to his good work at the line there, now we have a 2-possession ball game.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Murray fires away. Can't get it to go. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Nurkic there for the rebound. And now we've got the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. So we see the Jazz get the win here. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Lori, an impressive win tonight. What do victories like this tell you about where this team is headed?
It gives us confidence. We showed that if we play well and we play defense down the stretch, we can beat. And we've shown it. We can compete with anybody. We just got to do it for a full game.
Confidence is key down the stretch. Thanks, Lori.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now we present the player of the game, Keyonte George.